You're not even worth that. And I will Yelp you and let everybody know you are not worth it. And you know what, Juan? I was really good to you, and I was a good loyal person. And I also gave you a $20 chicken, which you didn't even deserve as an owner. You know what? I'm done, and I will Yelp you.
Damn.
My appointment.
You're like, no shit, I'm going to cancel your appointment. The fuck?
You're not worth it. You're not
You're like, I
worth
just
it,
called
Juan.
you garbage and like just belittled you, but hey, don't forget, cancel my appointment.
appointments.
I'm going to Yelp you.
Shit.
All right.
All right.
All right. Well, welcome to another grooming podcast. I'm Kat Graney.
I'm Juan Rivera.
I'm Kathleen Austin.
And I'm Nathan Austin.
So today we're gonna talk about Yelps, bad Yelps.
Bad Yelps. So that
We've all
beautiful
been there,
message was sent to me back in 2017, and I've held on to it because I think it's hilarious. But I forgot it was saved on my phone because I don't use the business phone anymore, and I gave it to them for their shop.
Yeah, and we plug it in. We're like setting it up, and I'm like, "There's an old voicemail in here. That's weird." And to our surprise, that was it. We immediately call Juan. What is this? As we're just like dying, like, "Oh my God, this is crazy." People definitely are out there, man.
Yeah. So Ronnie and I go back and forth on this because he doesn't think I deserved it, but he thinks I could have handled it differently. So I have an email thread that started this, and I'm going to read it to you guys, and I want you guys to kind of. Okay, so let me backtrack a little bit. I started working. Well, I was a PetSmart groomer, like we all were.
Yeah.
And this dog would come in at 7 a.m. To get an express groom, and then would go to the pet hotel to do doggy daycare. When I left to open my grooming, and I wasn't this dog's original groomer at PetSmart. I went to open my salon, which opened at 8 o'clock. But because I'm such a nice guy, was like, I'll come. I know you like 7 a.m. I'll come in at 7 a.m. for you, no problem. I didn't offer express services, but because I knew this lady, I'll do an express for you at 7 a.m. because I know he likes to go to daycare, no problem. So I was coming in before we opened, doing a service that we didn't offer normally, and I wasn't charging the extra for the express service. Okay, that's the backstory. So I had a price increase email in December.
It went out to everybody, yeah?
It went out to everybody. She came in for this appointment, handed me a pre-written check and a $20 tip.
We have some of those.
So this is the email I sent maybe like 3 hours after she had left. Hello, I'm not sure if you received our email we sent out last month, but in it, we talked about our prices increasing. Fluffy's, that's not his name, Fluffy's new haircut is $60, but because the check was pre-written, I didn't mention it. I just took $10 from the tip to complete the transaction, smiley face. If you didn't receive our email, let me know, and I can forward it to you. See you on his next appointment, Juan.
That seemed perfectly nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I would have said the same. I might have just said, I think maybe the only thing I would have done differently is just clarified, like, so next time your bill will be this much. But, you know, like that would probably be it. But I mean, you were going to forward the email anyways, so it's not that. I'm sure the email would have clarified the new price.
Email number 1 from this person. Hey Juan, sorry I did not receive your price increase notice. I give you a check for $50 plus a $20 tip, which since you are the owner of the establishment, I don't know what that means. I will not be bringing Fluffy back to further grooming. You are not a professional, and I will make sure that Yelp is aware of your unprofessional practices. You lost a loyal customer and much more.
What else did you lose?
Nothing, but I gained sanity.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Well,
so then,
you know, just like, because that brings me up to a thing. We've gotten that before too, where people will be like, I guess I'll tip you even though you're the owner. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I'm paying all the bills. I'm not just like taking 100% of my profits. I'm paying everything. So like I don't even know what that like I get that.
Well, to me, it was
from
all,
time
like
to time.
if you're at a restaurant, you're not gonna like tip the owner of the restaurant because it's the work, but you're doing the work.
Well, but if they're serving you,
To
though,
me, it's all
like
about like who is doing the work.
if
on
it
your
was
dog.
the owner serving you, then like you know what I mean? Like
I get that too. People say that, and I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't understand where
There's
that
a
comes from.
stigma around if you're the business owner, you shouldn't get tipped. Or
Mm-hmm.
you don't tip the business owner. But that doesn't matter in regular hair salons. If you
Yeah, if
go
you
to
own
a
the
normal
salon,
human
yeah.
hair salon, half the time people want the owner because they're the best.
Yeah.
So you go to them and you tip them your 20% or more because you want to. It's the same thing with us. Tip if you cut hair, tip them.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
seems weird. I think it's like outdated. It's usually older people. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that say that.
Well, I think like if I go to a restaurant and I'm like tipping the waiter, I don't want that to be shared with the owner.
Well, no, unless it's a small business and the owner is there working. Like
Or,
if
like,
they're
is
like the
one of the
cook or the
servers or-
server, or then that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, then that's different. But I get what you're saying. But
Yeah.
still, anyway, continue.
Okay, and then the final email. So she did send that email, then left that wonderful, wonderful voicemail,
Oh, so
and
the
then
voicemails.
hit me up with the follow up at 7 p.m. So she had time to like think about
Process.
it, digest. You need to grow up. I will never bring my
Came in
dog
hot.
to you. Yeah. You need to grow up. I will never bring my dog to you for grooming, and I will make sure my animal friends know to never solicit your mediocre grooming place.
Wait, she's gonna tell the animals not to go to you? She has little animal friends to talk to, like the squirrels and shit.
Yeah, I guess.
Damn.
Your email to me was offensive. Watch out for new Yelps, capital Yelps. Good luck with your temperamental attitude. You have a lot to learn about running a business. I was a loyal customer. What a fool I was. Just found a new groomer with more credit than you have as a poser.
Oh,
Wow.
poser.
Aw, you're such a poser.
And then I cried for like 20 minutes. And then, so I mean,
You did?
No.
Oh,
no.
I was like, fuck that.
No, I mean, my first thought was like, great, now I don't have to come in at 7 anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, but it's
Relief.
so wild to me that it's like I was doing all of these things extra, not charging you for this express service for whatever. So I was doing everything.
Did you tell her though in the beginning that I'm
Yes,
doing these things
yes,
extra?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
fuck
it's
that.
like, and this was probably like a year
But
into it.
she's
So
loyal.
But she was a good loyal person.
a loyal
to quote them.
person.
Yeah. So I don't. The audacity, right? Like I was
To
just,
me, that was way like having a
across the
response
line.
email would be one thing to be like, hey, I felt a way about this, but
Yeah.
coming at you and attacking you, you're like,
You're
you
person,
basically
yeah.
is way out of pocket.
my mediocre grooming place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've like gotten
Well,
into
the-
physical fights over way less than that.
The most bizarre part to me is like she
Not with the
tipped
lady,
you
though.
20, so all
Not
she
an
had
old
to
lady.
do was just
That's it,
tip
old
you
lady.
10.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
like literally all she had to do if she wanted to continue to pay the same price as she always did was just tip you 10.
Yeah.
Which she didn't even have to tip you because you're the owner.
Right.
So she could have just not even tipped you at all.
So what Ronnie's thing is like you shouldn't have mentioned it because she's already paying 70. So why does it matter?
I would have brought it up just to clarify.
But what if one day she decides to not tip?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then
That's
she's
exactly it.
underpaying, and it's like, hey, the price was 60 so long ago, but because you've been tipping, I never mentioned it. But
So I agree with you though, because I've done that before and it always ends up biting me in the ass.
Yeah, it does. Where you don't
Because-
say anything.
Because the people that I give stuff to extra, I always make sure and let them know that I'm doing extra things now. Because when you don't tell them, they just expect it.
No, not even then though, because so we had attempted to set everybody on a 4-week schedule. It didn't end up working out for our salon to get everybody on. I think we just have too many people. I think if we had like if it was just me, Nathan, and Kat, we could have gotten everybody on a 4-week. But there was like some people that went. They're like, okay, we'll get. They were requests of Nathan, got on the 4-week schedule, and like at the time we were like, oh well, we were trying to do it at the new year. So we're like, we won't raise your price if you go on the 4-week schedule. That was like our incentive to get on it, right? Like everybody else is getting a price raise, but if you get on the 4-week schedule and stick to it, we'll keep your price the same. And so of course, like one of his clients is like, okay, fine, right? But then Nathan, being the pushover that he is, after several months, she's like, I want to switch mine to 6 weeks instead of 4 weeks, but I don't want to pay more. And he's like, oh, it's fine. I'll just do it. I was so mad. And like, it's always something with her. And like, so she's like one of those clients though that like he's giving her this preferential treatment, but like it's always something. She's rude to everybody else. She only wants to talk to Nathan. You know what I mean?
I have a lot of those.
Nathan has a lot of those, but then he get, you know what I mean? So then it does that, you know, because I'm like, okay, so now you're charging her less and she's coming in less, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like
And being disrespectful.
yeah, it's not even like she's like the best client ever, so it's okay because I do that for some people. I do like, you know, I have some clients that have been with me for a long time and maybe they're older or whatever the case is, and I don't really raise their prices, but they're like the best people. Like they're so nice and so kind and they take good care of their dogs.
And they're accommodating to our schedules if we need to change.
Yeah.
So what happened with this?
I'd ended there. I mean, I never got a Yelp. So the empty threats.
You didn't get Yelps?
I bet you
I didn't
what
get
happened
Yelps.
is she went on to Yelp and realized that she had to make a profile and was like, fuck it.
How do
She's
I
like,
do
I
this?
didn't realize I had to make a profile. I'm glad that nothing ever came of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's wild.
yeah,
That's pretty
it-
wild. I don't think I've had anybody be
You know what though?
quite that rude for a price raise.
I think though that sometimes like when I've had someone react like that, that's actually now a good client. It wasn't that bad, but it was pretty bad. But she came to me afterwards and said like I was actually going through chemo at the time, and like I was just in a bad place, and I apologized, and I was like, it's okay, you know, like I understand.
I
no
mean,
biggie.
I think that'd be different if they, yeah, like but
they
that's
apologize.
but that's way overboard. They didn't go that far, not
No.
nearly that far.
And they did a 24-hour span of
Yeah.
hatred.
She's just getting fucking
Let me
more and
email
more
you
pissed.
once and then drink a little bit and then give you a cool voicemail and then drink a little more and
Hey.
then send you another email.
And she gave us
You
some
poser.
great content, you know, you poser.
You
Thank you,
poser.
lady.
Which is funny because I could almost guarantee that within like a 20, 30 mile radius, you're the most like,
Yeah.
I mean, probably even more than that, the most educated groomer in the area,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So I find that humorous, you know? You poser. I'm going to find someone better than you. Good luck.
Her better is cheaper.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Better equals cheaper, didn't
Yeah,
you know?
I do
cheaper
want to
for-
say, it's nice to see you with glasses out.
Oh,
Although I think it's
thank
funny you're wearing glasses when I'm not wearing glasses. I would like the viewers to let me know that watch, because I always feel really weird when I shoot without glasses. I'm so used to them as an accessory. I'll like adjust them and they're not there. And then when I watch the videos later, I feel like I look freaking weird. So
I do think glasses are a cute accessory.
they are a cute accessory, but I just feel like I look like an alien or gross or something. So, you know, anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up, babe.
I think
Me?
you're beautiful
Thanks.
either way.
Aw,
Takes the glasses off. I'm a freak.
It's like
I'm
those
just so
movies.
used to them.
Like that, she's all that, right? When
But
it's
in
like,
reverse.
Take off the glasses. She's beautiful.
Mine's reverse. I'm like, put them on, hide my face. Anyways,
Well, let's get into Yelps.
Yelps.
yeah, that segues into
we could-
our segment.
We could kind of agree, though, that Yelps are kind of on the way out, right? And I'm kind of happy about it.
I think so. I mean, because I think Yelp's is, I will say I do
Now
use
it's Google, huh? Google's like the no.
I do use Yelp. Like I do, like if I'm going to a restaurant, I'll look up reviews, but I always take them kind of with a grain of salt. I'll read some good and some bad and kind of like, you know, try to make a decision and not just base myself on Yelp.
Well, you could always tell when it's just a Karen.
Yeah.
I feel like you can, but then I wonder if other people can, you know?
So
Not
when,
other Karens.
when I am looking at reviews, I always go and scroll down, try the ones or the twos, and see what their things are. And I was like, "Are you just being a bitch?"
I only check Yelps for restaurants and only to look at the pictures of the food, so I can see like.
Or the
I do
menu.
that
Or the menu.
sometimes. Yeah. I do
Yeah.
like to look at menu ahead of time. I like to try and like, what am I gonna?
That show, though, like Kitchen Nightmares or whatever, kind of made me like,
Those things scare me.
Okay, so are you a Yelper though? Do you Yelp businesses?
I don't.
I only do it when they piss me off.
you know what that means, though? That
I'm
means
a
your
Karen.
reviews never stick because they don't, like, they flag people like
Yeah.
that. They only leave bad
So
reviews.
I usually
I've only reviewed 2 places in my entire life.
I don't review a lot, but I do if I like really if I go somewhere and I like loved it, like great experience, I'll go leave them a glowing like 5-star review. If they like blew me out of the water, I think I have one bad review, and it was from a long time ago. No, I think it was during COVID, because we had gone to, or as a salon, We like
Oh yeah, I
we had gone to this outdoor restaurant that was like open now, and I mean you had to wear masks and stuff, and they were still keeping tables away from each other. But you know, like nobody had gotten out to go eat, and we're like, oh, let's take the salon out for like a meal. It'll be so nice, bonding. Everybody's been so cooped up, and we had been to this place before, and we had seen dogs out in, you know, like at the tables with people.
Oh, and not just that. On the
We
Yelp,
asked.
on the Yelp, it says there's a section that says dog friendly restaurant.
Well, and we asked too, remember? Because we seen the dogs there, and we asked our waiter, we're like, oh, you can bring dogs here? Or are they service dogs? And they were like, no, you can bring dogs here. And we're like, okay, cool. And so then we show up with like all of our employees and not a shit ton of dogs.
There's
it wasn't
four. Well, there was
I
like
think there was like 4. And we're like, oh, you know, we want to put our name in. And then they're like, you can't have the dogs. And we're like, no, we were here like a week ago. And we asked
and
specifically.
we had just waited an hour to be
Oh
seated.
my god!
Yeah.
So it's not like we just got there.
Yeah, we had waited an hour and they were like, no. And then we were like, no, we were just here a week ago. And they were like, well, they were wrong. You know, and it was like a back and forth. And like the lady just kept getting like,
The lead hostess got real
she
aggro.
was like, I can't even remember what she said.
When we're like, look at your Yelp. This is your Yelp that says it's a dog-friendly restaurant, and there's dogs in there. And they're like, well, those are service dogs.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like, what?
they're
They're
like,
service dogs, and it should say service. It shouldn't say dog-friendly.
Right.
literally the guy, the other hostess was like, just say they're service dogs. And we're like, no, we're not going to do that. That's wrong. Like you had said that it, like we were just here and they said that it was okay. And we have these dogs and we waited over an hour to be seated. So that I left a bad review on that because the lady she was like, don't ever come back again.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, then we won't.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys
Bitch.
waited for an hour. Did they not see the 4 dogs waiting outside?
Exactly.
I'm sure they did because when we walked
I think they
up,
were talking about
They were
it.
all ready. Like there was
They
like
were ready
there
to
was like
say
a
all
no.
the
dummy of 'em.
hostesses were there, and the lead hostess was there already with a bunch of like, she was already
Dude.
pumped up.
Yeah, she already had attitude, like ready.
So she already knew that it's like, you're going. Bye.
Uh-huh.
It's a done deal.
Yeah.
I
And it's
think they
like,
were
they
just
could have fucking walked up to us and said, hey, you guys, if you're planning on bringing these dogs, you can't, you know?
Yeah.
And that restaurant, it's right on Lake Merritt. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's
it was
a
so
beautiful
pretty.
restaurant. And I love that place. And it
We had
pisses
gone.
me off.
Well, we had been going there because
I
it was
like that place a lot.
it was like the only place open like during this COVID time, and it was outside, and you know, so it was like one of the only places we could like escape to and kind of feel normal again.
Mm-hmm.
And we had gone there several times, and so it wasn't like it was our first time, or you know, so we're like, dude, for reals, again, we were so loyal.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Good loyal.
People.
We're going to go to a
person.
more experienced restaurant.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
experienced restaurant.
That restaurant was a poser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a poser
But
restaurant.
yeah, so if you go look at my Yelp, I have all 5-star reviews and 1-1-star review. So
I think I only have 2. I always tell myself I'm gonna give nice reviews, like, oh, that was a great experience, and I just
I was going to say that I hate people that just leave bad reviews. And then they're like, I only have 2 reviews. And
I mean to do it. I'm just a very lazy.
anger
person.
is a way better motivator.
yes.
But how good does it feel to get a 5-star review though?
Oh, it's
yeah,
awesome.
it feels so
That feels
good.
so good.
That's
I wish-
why I try to leave them
Yeah.
when I am like so blown out of the water.
Yeah, like karma, right?
Yeah. Good karma.
Maybe we should. Maybe I'll start Yelp. Or start
Yeah.
reviewing.
I'm gonna start giving better Yelp reviews.
I'm like,
I'm
wait,
inspired.
I'm going to make
I was-
ChatGPT start leaving reviews.
There you go. Now I want to see. Let's see.
Yeah. What is yours at one? Your business.
Oh, 5 stars. I don't have to look.
No, I didn't mean ours. I meant my reviews.
Oh,
Oh, the ones you write.
Yeah.
what's
I
ours
like
at? Ours
those.
is at 5. Right?
Ours is that. Well, last
Yeah.
time I checked, it was a 5-star.
Although I wish I got more reviews because we take new clients on kind of sparsely. So it's like we don't
They're
have
older.
new people to be like, oh my God, I just tried this place and it's great.
Put it in the handbook. It's a requirement.
It's a requirement to leave me a review.
Yeah, you have to
Um,
leave us a review
You
or
have
you'll
to
fuck.
update it every year.
Yeah,
But
or you're
speaking of
fired.
Yelps, I hate the reviews that are always like, "This was awesome, great staff, great experience, did my dog wonderfully," and they give you 4 stars.
4 stars.
So there is some people that will not give a 5-star
Yeah.
review.
Yeah, I don't know
And
why.
I say, just fucking jump off a bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? You
Okay,
know?
yeah, see.
Actually, okay, I should reverse that because you shouldn't do that.
No, don't ever do that.
You shouldn't.
Unless it's a
but you
very
need to
shallow
but you
bridge
need
and
to
you're
get some-
jumping in for funsies.
Yeah, but you need to talk to somebody and get some help, right? Like, because
Get
this
out.
is.
Get some help.
Yeah, okay,
If you're, if you are one of those
14.
people that do that, right? Like, I would really want to know why. Like, message us. Why do you?
Yeah,
only,
let us know.
Oh.
Yeah, I have 14 5-star reviews.
Wow, and one star, huh?
A tree lot, my nail salon, my dog training club, a barbecue place, a pizza place, a dentist for my kids, a taco place, a fish place, Pet Food Express.
Fish place? What do you
The
mean, like
local one.
What kind of fish place?
A
Like a
fish
tank?
grill. Fish grill. My hair salon, an Indian restaurant, some other restaurant I don't remember, a cooking class place.
Oh,
and
that was great.
Tire and auto place.
Okay, I lied. I went. I actually have three 5 stars, 2 1 stars, and a 2 star.
Oh, you can say the thing now, Nathan. You can say the
I
thing.
really don't like people that only leave bad reviews.
Yeah, I have
It's like, get a life.
Oh yeah, I have a flower shop that did my grandma's
nice.
funeral flowers. I gave them 5 stars. The Sons of Liberty Ale House, I gave them because I like their patio.
That place is good,
yeah.
The 1-star review is for that that bar because I was.
Oh, yeah, you
that
left
was the
a
one I
review,
left.
too.
Oh, the one who said, we just fucking bombed
the
them. That's fucked up.
campground. That
So click
No,
on
they
theirs.
were
I
fucked
wonder what
up.
their average is. Click on their like restaurant.
I think they're fine. I don't think it affected them at all because
Like-
it's a big restaurant.
I feel it.
And it's been years. It's been like 4
It's
years.
been 3.
Like,
Still
Yelp said it
holding
was
on to the
3
hate. We actually went
Have you
there
gone back?
recently.
Oh.
We should
No.
take you guys there because
Well,
it's a really
no.
beautiful. It's
No, no,
right
no.
on the lake.
They only
Like,
have they have a
No.
3.2.
no, because we went there recently. We're like, okay, it's been like 3-4 years. I'm sure that same bitch don't work there. And we didn't have our dogs anyways, right? So,
Oh, but they forgot about us.
no, they
right?
forgot about us. Like we were sitting there and like they forgot about us.
It
They-
still says dogs allowed, guys.
Nice. But no, they forgot about us. They brought out an appetizer that we didn't order, and we're like, "Hey, we didn't order this." And they're like, "Whoops, sorry. We'll take that off your bill." It was on the bill, so I did. And then our waitress never came back, so I ended up paying in cash because she never came back. And I wrote on the
Yeah,
check,
and then
I
they-
didn't leave a tip because she left the app on there that we didn't order, and I was like, "If you redo the bill and take off the app, then you'll have a tip."
Yeah, and then
Because I didn't order this.
They also trimmed Spot's ears a 1/4 inch too short.
Yeah.
1 star.
I did. Okay.
We are the.
Is this the restaurant you guys went to on St. Patrick's Day?
Was that St. Patrick's Day?
You put something on your story, and you were like next to a lake.
Yeah, we were there.
Yes, yeah, that was that.
No, not St. The St.
No.
Patrick's Day one was
Oh, that was a different one.
was the one down the street in Hayward. That's the bistro.
The,
oh, okay.
No, not the. It's near the bistro.
I don't know,
Anyway.
babe. It's a restaurant in Hayward on B
It's a
Street.
restaurant.
It's
You go to lots of restaurants with lakes next to them.
This one didn't have a lake. It was like a road.
I thought you were like above a water thing.
That wasn't on St. Patrick's Day, but that
Oh.
was Kat was away at a dog show with Owen, and that was the day you did that phone interview.
Yeah, where I had the interview with the
Groomer to
groomer.
groomer.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, so we did gather some Yelp reviews from random grooming shops around, and we are going to read them and give our opinions on maybe what the shop could have done better, or if we think this client could have done better.
Absolutely insane.
Well, I'd say I want you guys, listeners, to send us your
Yeah.
Yelp reviews.
Good ones or bad ones, or ones that you're just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we got a couple.
Or your 4 stars that you're wondering why they didn't give you
Why?
5 stars, and we'll read them and try and figure it out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Could
let
be.
us tell you.
Yeah.
Because we know. We will know the
we'll
answer.
guess. So who wants to start?
I'll go first because I just want to get the reading over with.
Okay.
We gave him 1.
All right. So I'll show you the picture afterwards.
No.
Worst experience
No?
ever.
It's secret, so just in case say someone zooms in, they're like, "That's a dog from this salon."
Well, they're not. No, it's
No,
fine. We
it's
can
fine,
show.
yeah.
Fine, do what you want. I'm warning you. This is a warning and it's recorded. Okay.
The worst experience ever. After leaving detailed instructions regarding my dog's grooming, including the picture, I was shocked to pick up my dog looking so different. I couldn't recognize my 2-year-old Yorkie. Stay away. Also, dogs are kept running around, not leashed. Wow.
You're great at reading.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I
you
was
read it a
impressing
few times?
myself as it was happening. I swear to God. It was happening and I was like, whoa.
Wow.
But so this is it.
That's the picture they gave.
This is the picture they gave right here. And this is the picture. So it isn't
Can I
exactly
see?
like it.
I can't
think
see it.
the ears aren't tipped. They could fix that.
I'm not wearing my glasses. I'd like to help.
So they could just tip the ears. The ears are a little more rounded, not like triangular like the face. So it's very close and it's a very cute trim.
And the legs could have been left longer.
And the legs could.
But to
we
be
also
fair,
don't know
we
the care.
don't know what the legs. They
The
could have
condition,
been.
yeah.
They could have been this length already. We don't know if they were long like this. So hard to say, right?
But I think overall it's a cute trim.
It's a
I
cute
think so.
haircut.
Yeah, the face, to me, the face doesn't look that different from the picture that they gave. Like,
The
it
face,
looks
no.
really similar. The ears, like, I do agree.
this,
if they had tipped the
The
ears.
connection between the jawline and the ears.
Yeah, but it doesn't look that different to be like, what was this, 1 star? I feel
Yeah,
like it
worst
doesn't-
groom ever. Stay
Unless-
away from here.
That is
Un-
not-
Unless the legs were super full and they took them off. That could be the only way that I could see. If they were super full and not matted and they took them off, then I could see being like, dude, what the hell?
I wonder if is it the same dog?
I don't think so.
No.
No,
It's a-
we get that picture all the time
Oh,
for
okay.
clients.
Yeah.
probably
Well, and we don't
more
know if this was clean. You know what I mean? Like, we have no idea if this face had more hair here. But I mean,
I think it's just someone overreacting.
I definitely think it's somebody
Yeah.
super.
I mean, I would be
overreacting.
like, hey, these things are wrong. Can you fix this or this? And next time, can
Or
we do this?
maybe next time leave
Or
the legs
maybe
longer.
find a new place or something, but not like I'm gonna trash you on Yelp.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a great. Like I said, I think the face is really cute, and I actually think it's super similar. I think like the ears could have been just somewhat different, but otherwise, I think the dog looks fine. I would send this dog out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, okay, so a client wanted something specific and it wasn't executed the way they wanted. Fair. They're allowed to be unhappy
Yeah.
with what they got.
For sure.
Fair. But if the haircut is not a bad haircut,
No,
right? It's the dog looks even.
it's cute.
It looks cute. It has a nice face. So like, why not 3 stars?
yeah.
You know, like why does it have to? It's the worst ever. Like I
Well,
just don't understand the extremity.
And there's not anything in here that says that they talked to them like, oh, hey, this wasn't exactly what I want. Because, I mean, that happens, right? Where, like, maybe you just misheard them or you weren't thinking about it. And I mean, I can't say that I'm sure all of us have done the thing where you're not paying attention. You're kind of in your head. You're doing something. And then suddenly you took away the dog's legs and you didn't mean to.
Yeah,
And
you
you're
shaved
like,
the pom pom off.
"Fuck,
And you're like,
fuck, I wasn't paying attention."
Well,
and
at that
that's
point, you just say. You just,
well, no,
I
but that's
fucked
what I'm
up.
saying. So
Yeah.
then if you know, if the owner like communicated with them at pickup, like, oh, this isn't what, you know, and that has happened to me where then I go, I'm so sorry about that. Like, you know, let me make a note in my computer system so that next time we can make sure that this doesn't happen again. I truly apologize. I don't know where sometimes I can figure out where the miscommunication happened. Like maybe somebody else checked in the dog and forgot to mention something or, you know, and I'll go like, I'm so sorry about that. Like this person forgot to tell this person.
So-
Let me like make a note in your file so we
I-
can prevent this from happening again.
If that was my review, I would actually reach out to them and be like, hey, can I fix this? You know, can I like maybe make this right somehow? We can communicate and like that's how I would handle it.
We have done that, like reached out to somebody. I don't think at this salon because I don't think we've ever had a 1-star review here, but at old salons we have reached out to people and said like, I'd like you to give me another opportunity. We weren't aware that you were unhappy.
Like, listen, bitch.
Yeah. But
I
seriously.
like that. Give us
like,
another opportunity.
We were
Yeah.
unaware that you were unhappy with your services, and we'd like to have another chance to make it right. If you'd like to come back in, we can do, you know, like a free groom or something like that and see if, you know, we can, it depends, right, on how they react or, you know what I mean? Like, so sorry that, you know, obviously we can't know the full
Well, also, too,
situation
getting caught
based
up
off
in a
of
lie.
this.
Getting caught up in lies is a big thing too. Like
Yeah.
if they said, "Oh,
it was mad.
I shaved off the legs because it was matted," instead of telling them beforehand, like these legs are tangled, I can't leave the long legs like that. If they just like, "Oh, the legs are tangled, I can't leave it, shave it off," that's like a total different outcome from the owner's perspective.
Right. Yeah, because we can't know, right? Like what exactly.
But if it was my dog, I'd be like, well, you're just making an excuse. That's what I would think. Like, you're just making an excuse for why you didn't leave his legs long.
Although I will say Yorkies are like fairly easy to brush out.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously sometimes you can't, but were you going to say something?
No, I was just said I did that recently. Where there was a miscommunication. She said, "Oh, just clean him up," and I thought she meant all over, but in reality, she didn't want his body. And she said, "Just,
that's true,
just don't
yeah.
shave him." And I said, "Okay." And I barely.
And you didn't.
So I did. I didn't. Well, I took a 2 over. He just had. It was like a terrier mix. He had some like rough around his neck and on his legs, and he had like the spot on his back where his hair laid down shorter. So I was like, I evened him up. I just took a 2 and took off the fuzzies off his neck and then she liked the little white fuzzies and stuff on his hair. But I didn't know that. She didn't leave a review. She just reached out and I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I misunderstood." And she was very nice and accepting. She's like, "Okay, next time we're just going to leave his body." I'm like,
you're like, "Yeah, I'll make a note. I'll make a note for you. I totally hear you. I apologize."
Also, to make the note.
Yeah, make the note.
I'm horrible at putting in hair.
Do the second.
Oh, you too?
Do the same
good.
thing a second time. You're like, oops, again.
Well, like sometimes,
They're like, last time was perfect. And you're like, what did I do last time?
well,
people say that, and I did put notes, and they're exactly the same as before. So
yeah, I get that sometimes too. Like regular 4-week clients, and they're like, "I don't know what you did different this last time, but it was perfect. Do that again." And I'm like, I don't think I did anything different. But like, I'm terrible about putting notes in. It'll be funny because sometimes
everyone in this shop,
Nathan will be like helping me. I feel like Ashley and Jeanette aren't bad.
Well, because they've had talking tos, and by me, because it drives me nuts.
Talk to Nathan about it.
Well, but we do mostly
She does.
daily on a daily.
She does do daily, but
I
we
started putting notes in for him.
We
Nathan,
do
what did you do
mostly requests though, me and Nathan. But like we'll be helping.
But then
you.
he asks us what he does on this dog every 4
does
weeks,
do
and
that.
I'm like, how am I supposed to know? But sometimes I do know.
Well, I usually ask because for the ones that I wasn't here when it got dropped off.
Well, yeah, because at check-in you never know if they said something different, if they wanted different or the same.
I think that's a lie because you're like, what is this dog getting? You checked it.
That's true, but I just don't think he remembers who he checks in either. But it'll be like it's funny because Nathan will be.
I don't do the notes. I should, and I always think I'm gonna do it, and then I don't.
But he'll be like helping me or something, and he'll be like, "What does this dog get?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It came in 4 weeks ago, so take about 4 weeks worth of hair off, and you're good." And then he's like, "Okay," and that happens to us like regularly because we help each other a lot. And I'll be like, "Well, what does this dog get?" And he'll be like, "I don't know. It was here 4 weeks ago." So I'm like, "Okay, cool."
What's this thing flying around?
I think it's a fly.
Like we need to do a fly counter.
Fly SWAT.
Every time it comes on screen.
Okay, next.
Trying to get in.
Hey, Kat.
I'll do one. Okay. This is a 2-star review. We dropped our dog off and was so disappointed with his cut. First, we asked for a teddy bear face, and it definitely did not get that cut. Second, they shaved my golden doodle all the way. He looks awful. We did not ask for this cut. I am shocked because I used to take my other dog here years ago, and they were great. But they did not do a great job on our new fur baby. I understand there were some mats.
Keyword.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our normal groomer has no problem using a conditioner to get them out. We were visiting family, which is why we came here. So upset. We will not be returning. Well, first of all, if you're visiting, then okay. Why do you go to new groomer? This is the picture. The dog looks matted to me.
It looks matted. Although I will say one thing
And this might not even be the day it got groomed.
No.
So-
I mean, we don't know. I will say though, and this is not like intended to insult anyone, but I will say like when I first started, it was really hard for me to get tangles out like during the blow drying or brush tangles out of dogs. It just was like I just didn't have like a good technique for it. And I find that like me, Nathan, and Kat can demat dogs easier, like without putting in minimal effort comparatively to our newer groomers, because I think it just takes time to build up that skill. And not to say that obviously we're not like that's not like cast matted or if the dog is not behaving, you know what I mean? But I can blow out some mats that like sometimes other people can't, just to say.
Yeah. So
just as a devil's advocate.
Yeah. So my thing is with this, yes, the dog does look like it's pretty much matted. It doesn't look pelted though. It looked like this haircut was a grown out from a shorter body and a longer leg because the face is relatively clear. The dog can still see.
So this is probably the before picture, or this picture is probably like when they thought it was perfect.
Yeah.
And then it's probably been a couple months since it's that
so
picture.
we don't know when the dog came in condition, right?
Yeah.
So this dog could have been pelted and we don't know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this is another thing where
It's
communication. comes in, right?
Right, yeah.
Because if the dog had to be shaved because it was too matted,
Right.
call
Which
the owner
I
and
very much believe it could be.
It could be
have
very
absolutely
mobby.
been too matted to do anything.
Well,
to
you
it.
know when the pet parents are like, you're like, I'm gonna probably have to shave them, and they're like, well, you know, you just do your best. I'm like, no, I'm gonna shave it, and they're like, all right, well, you know, do what you can.
Leave it as long as you can.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna leave it. When they try to get in that last little bit, like leave it as long.
Well,
like, no,
so-
this is what it's getting.
No,
I'm
but
doing
I
a
do.
5 or a 7.
I will say, like, to that though, I will say, like, depending on the dog and depending on, like, the coat and what I think, I will sometimes say, like, I'll bathe it first. If it's not cast matted, I will tell the owners, I will bathe it first and I'll condition it and I'll see what it looks like under the blow dryer. And then after that, I will contact you and let you know what I think.
Yeah.
And then if I bathe it and I blow dry and I'm like, no way, this is gonna have to be shaved, then I'll call them and be like, you know, I gave it my best effort. Unfortunately, though, it is gonna be super short today. You know, like I tried, I bathed it, I conditioned it. They'll be pleasantly surprised when they come in if I bathed it and blow dried it and it came out and I'm able to give them what they wanted.
that's what I like to do instead of calling. You say basically, oh, your dog's mad. It's going to be really short today.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll bathe it, condition it, and, you know, blow it out right. And a lot of it comes out and they're pleasantly surprised the dog has.
Under promise and over deliver.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
I would say I've noticed a lot of times people don't want to they just don't want to do that, and they're just like, I'm gonna pre-shave it, and like.
And I do pre-shave sometimes if it's like really bad, but
Or the dog has a lot of coat and they're just like, yeah, take it short. Summer, go ahead.
Yeah,
He
that's
swims a lot,
different.
you know.
But I have had a lot of success with bathing, and because when we first started grooming, we were always taught, like, don't get the dog wet because the mats will just get tighter, right? So that we always pre-shaved. But the longer I've been doing it, if you're bathing and blow drying right after, then you can actually loosen the mats and get them a little bit away from the skin so you don't have to take them as tight. And it does take more work. It takes a little bit more elbow grease, more shampoo, more conditioner, more blow drying. And even sometimes I have to get back there and wet shave because I'm like, there's no way I'm going to get through. I'm not going to get this coat dry because it is too tangled.
Sometimes when you wet shave, you could actually get a longer length underneath.
That too, yeah. But I don't like to ruin my blades if I don't have to.
Yeah, but that also is a lot of effort, a lot of extra effort. But I do think there's some people that just would like rather just.
Well, and it's all situational, right? If I have a client that comes in and their dog is like that every time and they're always trying to get me to get it out, no, I'm not going to do it every single time. But I like to give them a benefit of the doubt, like the first time.
Yeah. But I mean, if it was me and this dog came in, I wouldn't let them leave with the expectation that they might get something different than what they have received.
Yeah. Well, I also just hate when somebody comes in and they go, well, my other groomer can do it. And then I go, well, then you can wait for your other groomer.
That's the one of the problems with this review is that our normal groomer can get it out, right? And they're just visiting. So why do you need your dog groomer?
So they're admitting that it happens regularly and the dog is consistently matted.
Yeah.
And it says there's mats that we know
she
that
said there was
like,
mats.
I understand there were some mats. And but it's like, why didn't you get your dog groomed before you left for your trip?
Yeah.
How long are you going to be on this trip? Is it necessary you have to get your dog done here right now?
Yeah, or why didn't you get it done before?
Yeah.
Or
I have an issue when people say like, oh, it got a horrible haircut or it looks so ugly. And I tell people, the haircut is good. It's just not what you were expecting.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't, like, it's not a bad haircut. It's just something else, you know?
You had
And
a different vision in
it
your
always,
head.
it always, I have to clarify, that's not a bad haircut. It's just not what you were expecting.
that's a good point. I like that phrasing. Yeah, because it's
you could only polish a turd so bright. You
Well,
know,
but like,
you bring in a matted dog, they can only do so much with it.
Right.
yeah.
That's we need to start fresh.
Yeah.
But I do like that. I like that.
Phrase.
What'd I say?
I was like,
I don't know. You always
It's not.
say some
You said
wisdom
it's
shit.
it's not the groom you expected, but it's not a bad groom.
Yeah.
Because that's that's accurate.
Yeah.
It's like I know it's not what you were expecting.
PetSmart days.
Nice.
Damn
Well, I
PetSmart
feel like
days.
working at PetSmart, I dealt with so many complaints
You get the toughest
all the
customers.
time, and I feel like that just helped me figure out what works and what didn't when communicating with clients.
Yeah.
Like that, what is it? You're happy or it's free.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
god.
PetSmart guarantee.
Because people would find different things to not be happy about.
Yeah.
So I had to find out how to like not talk my way out of it, but like kind of shift the narrative a little bit, you know?
That's smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I was never a PetSmart manager.
They begged me a lot, and I said, hell no.
They were going to give it to me, the new manager, and then they found out me and Nathan were dating. And then they were like, you can't do that. Why not?
Or just date in secret.
Yeah. We were like secret for a while. And then,
So you got caught in the back room.
yeah.
By manager. Yeah, whatever.
I have another Doodle review.
Oh, who would have guessed?
Are they all Doodle reviews? This one's a Doodle review.
This one doesn't say a breed.
This
That's
one
a
doesn't say
Yorkie.
breed.
Okay, this
Oh,
one,
that's true.
They're the ones with the most 1 and 2 and 3 stars.
Surprise.
this one is 3 stars. So for us. I've booked our dog for a short doodle cut, and he came out with a shave down all over. No doodle style. Now he basically looks like a poodle. It comes in handy with the heat, but I'm not very happy. His hair will grow, ...
At
That's
least it's
it.
a 3 instead of 5.
And also, they had some good points. His hair will grow.
And so I actually think it's really cute. Obviously,
So that's so subjective.
I think it's cute. I think it's not bad done. Like, look how clean the feet are. Like,
Yeah.
but I do understand how clean these feet are could make them feel like it was poodly, but like they did a really good job. I don't know if the dog was tangled at all, and that's why they took the feet that tight.
When it's a nice face, a nice
And
round
the
teddy bear
face-
face.
The
It's just
face
tight.
is not a poodle face at all.
I don't see poodle at all when
It's
I
a
look at
teddy
this.
bear head. It's like your traditional teddy bear head.
So
you
it has
know.
the doodle style that they're complaining is not in it.
I feel like when people think doodles, there's like 2 different like things they think of, but I think a lot of doodle people just want them to be shaggy and unruly. Like they don't want it to be clean and crisp like a poodle.
Yeah, but you can't have that with a short trim.
And
Well, no,
with a
but-
curly haired doodle, too.
And to be
Yeah.
honest, that dog looks like a fucking standard poodle.
Yeah.
Like, look at that picture. It
Yeah,
looks
it's
like a
actually
standard
like
poodle.
very fine boned for a doodle. That's fine boned. Like they're usually heavier boned. But they said I booked our dog for a short doodle cut. Like
So
that's a
that's
short doodle cut.
Communication. Like, that's why new clients, I asked them, how short is short to you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want like half off of what he is? Do you want just a little bit? Do you want
More
all
than
of it?
Yeah, how
Do you
short
want
is
it?
short?
Do you
I
want
tell
it like
people,
bald?
show me.
Yeah.
Well, and I've even had people go like,
I like to say a knuckle is about an inch between your knuckles.
it's and like you said before, right? Like super clarifying, right? Because
Yeah.
I've had people with like say not a poodle, right? And they'll go like, I want a poodle face. And then I will pull my poodle out and I'll go like this, shaved. And then they're, oh no. And then they'll pull up like a teddy bear head or something. And I'm like, no, that is not, don't tell your groomer you want a poodle face because this is what you'll get.
Or
And-
they say a poodle cut, and I point to the picture of Helios in a Continental.
yeah. And they're like, oh no, not that.
And then, or poodle feet too. It's like, no, poodle feet, where you see all the digits.
All the toes.
I hate it when people ask for poodle feet when they don't have feet. I'm like, I don't want to shave your Shih Tzu's feet.
Or your cocker.
But I had a coworker, her name's Clarissa. Hi, Clarissa. And she hated doing clean feet. So when people would ask for like shave feet, she's like, shave like rat feet? You want rat feet? So she would make it the ugliest description. So they'd be like, oh no, you just round them out. Like, okay.
That's
Rat
so funny.
feet?
Rat
That's
feet?
so funny.
But yeah,
Pro
this
tip.
is cute.
Pro tip, yeah.
Also, if that, I consider that a short doodle cut. It maybe looks like what? That's a 2 or a half an inch.
I would not think twice about sending this out of my salon. If somebody
No,
said
me
short
neither.
doodle cut, I'd be like, yeah, that's a great summer cut.
Yeah.
Great summer cut.
Great for swimming and hiking. and-
Yeah.
I love that
Well-
spring is here because I'm just like, oh, you want it short? Like ready for hiking and swimming and having
Yeah.
summer fun?
Well, and again, right? Like we don't know like if they had like a shave chart or and they like pointed to something because I that was something that I used to find really commonly. People would come in and be like this one, and then I would do it, and because their dog had like a different texture or color or
Yeah, it
and
can be
then
different,
size makes
yeah.
it.
yeah, and size too, because like a really big dog that gets a 5 is going to look different than a really small dog that gets a 5 because I feel like it looks a lot shorter on big dogs than a smaller dog. And so then I would get people that would be surprised. Thank you, Nathan. And so we don't use shape charts. I know a lot of people swear by them, but we don't use shape charts. I usually go.
I don't think anything's wrong with them.
No. But I usually start with a metric of like, do you want like half off, more than half, less than half?
Yeah, that's
and
what
then
I like to do.
And then we whittle it down from there,
Yeah.
you know.
It's funny, but at like PetSmart, remember we were like, no, you have to pick what length you want left. We don't do
Yeah.
how much off.
Yeah. That was like, yeah.
Now I'm like the polar
how-
opposite.
and we're like, pick one.
How do you
Pick
think
one.
that they could have avoided this bad Yelp review? Or not good, but not terrible.
I would just say make clarifying on what they decide is short, and maybe do you have a picture reference of
Yeah.
the face that makes it?
I
poodly?
like picture references.
Well, and when
Because
they
then I
set
could tear it apart and be
expectations.
like, your dog doesn't look like this.
So you could be like, you're dumb. Look how stupid you are. You gave me this picture. You're dumb. No.
go ahead.
Don't do that. This isn't even the same breed. No.
I mean, I think
We don't talk
short
like
is,
that to clients.
is your opinion.
Subjective.
It's your opinion. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I feel like I would just clarify how short, but that's probably the only thing I would
Yeah.
do
Well, and they
different.
could have even potentially said like this length and then just not been happy with how it turned out on their dog.
Well,
It's
that dog's
hard to
also
know.
curly too, so the hair looks even shorter once the curl comes back.
Ends up, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just think I'm not sure if they could have avoided this because it's just hard to know without knowing the whole scope of things.
Yeah, that review would actually upset me a little.
Yeah.
I would just feel bad about it because I'm like, oh, I thought I did.
Well, and that's one where we'd reach out and we go, hey, you know, like, can you let me know? Because they didn't say like, oh, we'll never be back. I'd be like, hey, I saw your review.
How
you
can I
know,
improve
like,
on it?
yeah, what exactly about it did you like not like? Because we want to make sure next time you come in that we don't do that, you know.
Yeah.
And so I always wonder, like, in these situations, like, did they not say anything? Did they reach out to the salon? Or did they just leave the review? You know, because we have clients, like Kat said, right, where like she reached out and she was like, hey, we get emails all the time from people that are like, oh, hey, so like I was in there recently and like I wasn't overly happy about this thing. And then we're usually like, hey, let me talk to whoever worked on your dog. And I go and I get the sitch and then I come back and I go, you know, like, so this is what I think happened, you know, like, so for next time, I'm going to make a note in your file for this and this and this. And then they're usually like happy with that, you know? And I'm like, I just, you know, so that way next time we can make sure it's good. Yeah. So that's, I mean, and then hopefully, right, they come back in, they have a better experience because now we have a better communication on what they want and they switch it to 5 stars. Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Maybe. I mean, they seem reasonable because they said like his hair will grow. It does come handy in the heat.
True.
So they seem like reasonable people. You know, like they don't seem like total pieces of shit. Anyways.
Yeah, maybe take out the part about me calling customers idiots.
Well, you don't call them idiots.
No, I'm actually
To their
super
faces.
nice to my customers, to
Yeah.
all customers and people and animals alike.
You're just nice all around.
Yeah, I just like to get hyphy
Okay.
and hypotheticals.
I'm gonna.
Hypotheticals.
Hypotheticals.
Anyways, okay. I think we're not gonna read any Get Deep cards.
Yeah.
So this is a 1-star review. It says these people are awful.
Oh my god.
I brought my Cocker Spaniel there this morning to be groomed. She had surgery recently, so her grooming had been a little neglected while she healed, which is why I scheduled an appointment with a professional.
She put it in quotes? Wow.
Yeah, in quotes. The owner told me that she would have to have a shave with no skirt. I asked if she could if she couldn't selectively take off the matting and save the skirt, but that's kind of the only area that has long hair and the legs and the skirt. Anyway, she said no. I said, okay, I'll skip it. So this woman started telling me how brushing the mats out was torture and that it would ruin her hair follicles and the skirt wouldn't grow back. I said that I had no intention of brushing the mats out and that it was inappropriate to accuse me of torturing my dog. She started yelling how she's a professional and how dare I question her. Take your dog to a different salon. They do a much nicer job and actually act like professionals. So this one is if we take it
So-
at face
Well, but
value.
Yeah.
Cockers are a hand stripped dog, so I mean they're stripped, and when you have them for
yeah.
show,
Yeah.
If you have
so
them
the
for show.
hair is literally ripped from the follicle. So
If we take this at face value,
So in the beginning, I
feel
was
that-
like, "Oh God, she's just a Karen," right? But then as it went on, I was like, "Okay, well, you sass her back, right?"
Yeah.
And
I mean, I feel like it probably would have been avoided if she had not used the word torture.
yes,
yes,
yeah, that's too extreme.
people are sensitive.
When I tell clients about dematting, I always say it's uncomfortable for them.
Yeah, it can be painful. It can be uncomfortable.
Never torture.
Yeah. And we don't want to put your dog through that because we love them so much. We wouldn't want to cause them any sort of pain. That's,
Well, I get cockers like that all the time. We have 2, and we consistently are shaving them down because the same thing. They just can't keep them brushed.
Well, usually it's
They got
like
thick
breed cut,
hair.
shave down. Breed cut, shave down.
Yeah. And we don't leave portions of the skirt, to her credit, because it looks stupid.
Yeah.
Well,
Like if I'm going to take a chunk out of the skirt, I'm just going to take the whole thing off.
it depends, right? Because if like that top layer is like intact, that top layer, and I can lift it and then like shave just like the underneath, I'll do that. I'll do that. But yeah, if it's too much and it's coming up into it and you're going to see it, I'm not going to selectively shave it out. But sometimes I'll do like a lamb cut and like just shave like the chest and the skirt. Sometimes I have to do it all. Just depends.
I also wouldn't have said like it would ruin the hair follicle.
No, because it won't. That's
Yeah.
silly.
I mean, if there's like a chunk of hair ripped out from a dog, like there's a potential it could change color or something, right? Or change it. But like...
But I doubt it was that bad.
No, but like you're not going to brush a dog like that anyways. It's like...
Well, no, yeah.
I'm not going to... That's like saying I'm not going to like vigorously brush your dog out and rip its tangles out with a comb. You know, like that's...
I definitely recommend not yelling at clients.
Yes.
That you're a
That'll help.
professional.
That you're a professional.
And
'cause-
don't question the professional.
Yeah, if that was me, the dog was matted, just had medical procedures, I'd be like, you know what, she's been through a lot lately, so maybe we should just, make it easier on her and just start fresh.
And
maybe.
and this
we
is
can work on growing it out again.
But
Yeah.
also too, this story is told by the one person, so we don't really know
Well, that's
exactly.
why I said
like,
if we take this at face value.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
for what it is there.
Although it seemed to me I can't see adding all of these extra things. But I'm also not a crazy person. So, but it just seems it feels unlikely
what
to
extra
like
things?
add
Well,
that
the
that
yelling.
she started yelling at her and how dare I question her. Like that just seems wild. And
People definitely like to tell stories sometimes, so we don't know.
we don't know. But I feel like she also could have been way ruder.
Yeah.
Like the person leaving the review, because she's just like, take your dog to a different salon. They do a much nicer job and they act like professionals. But I feel like she could have been way more mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I got yelled at though, I'd be fucking
I like to tell the clients when they want us to brush out the dog, I was like, we want them to enjoy this place. We want them to
Yeah.
like it here. If they come in and I yank on them every time, they're not going to enjoy it. They're going to associate me with discomfort, and that's not fair to them.
No.
They
Yeah.
have to
Or
come
you.
in to groom for the rest of their lives,
Yeah.
so we should have them enjoy the process.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Okay,
Yeah.
And I also
that's
think,
another
like-
communication thing.
I
Yeah.
also
Because
think,
we
like,
do
that's
that too.
not a me problem either. That's a you problem, right? Like the dog's in here not because of me. Like I didn't get him matted. Like this is you that brought this dog upon your dog.
Right.
Like
But that's where we go back to like we're a team. I'll do what I can in here, but like you said, right? Like I'm not every time it comes in, I'm not going to demat it so it hates me. So we'll start fresh today and I'll show you how to properly brush your dog and we'll work together to grow it back.
yeah.
Yeah, it all comes down to communication.
Gentle parenting for adults.
Gentle
Yes.
parenting. That's so funny. We should write a book, Gentle Parenting for Pet Parents.
Yeah.
Gentle pet
Write that down.
parenting.
Write that down.
Write that one down. Write it down. Anyways.
Okay. I have a 1 star. I just stopped to get information. It's obvious that these people dislike what they do. If they are rude and unfriendly with a prospective customer, I cannot imagine how they would treat my 4-month-old puppy. I will keep looking. So this person didn't even get their dog groomed. They just stopped in for information and they were rude and unfriendly.
I will say though that I've worked with groomers that are just agitated that they have to interact with somebody.
Oh, well,
Yeah, we're not people.
I will say there are times when I'm having a day, right? Like you've done, you guys, I don't think really do walk-in nails, right? But like tons of walk-in nails, tons of phone calls. And then when somebody walks in and wants to like
Chit chat
about a prospective appointment,
Yeah,
it
put that
can
face on.
be annoying. I do. I always put the face on and I go out and do it, but it can be frustrating if you've already had like a day and you've already been doing a lot and you're like, God damn it, couldn't you have just called so I could keep grooming while I'm having this conversation? That has happened to me.
Sometimes when that happens, though, I try to be like, hey, guys, I come into the here and be like, okay, can you give me a minute? I'm going to see if someone has some time to chat with you because I'm like, I'm running behind. So I'll be like, hey, does anyone have a moment to chat with them and maybe help them out? Or,
That's true. Leaning on your coworkers.
That's what I would think, though. If I was if I had a puppy and I was bringing it in and the people had a shit attitude, I would immediately think I'm not bringing my dog.
Absolutely.
First impressions.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I walked in somewhere and they seemed like unhappy to talk to me for any sort of service, I'd be like, okay, you obviously don't want my business. Cool. I'm outie.
But
I'll
I feel
find somebody who's excited.
The same way with the phone too. Like I always try to have a happy, upbeat attitude.
Yes.
Get a little Valley Girl on the phone.
Cat has the Valley Girl.
I get Valley Girl, but I've been told by multiple employers that they like my phone voice because I get happy and upbeat, and they feel that I want them as a client. And
Well,
help them.
you've also had clients been like you're accosting them, right? Or what is that word? I think I used it right. They're like, oh my God, your voice. You're so.
Oh my God, yeah. Remember that person complained about how peppy you were?
Yeah, I've had people like insult my peppiness.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I've had several people.
They're like, whoa, calm down.
Yeah, oh my God, calm down. I'm like,
You're
I'm
like,
trying to be friendly and upbeat.
What's your customer? Say it. Pretend you're answering the phone.
Yeah, answer the phone.
I cut above grooming. This is Kat. How can I help you?
Yep.
And they're like, calm down. I'm like,
Well, so like,
sorry.
I'm really good at like putting on my pretend peppy face on the phone, but I also like to be really dramatic in the salon. So like, I'll be on the phone like super cheery and happy,
and then I'm like,
I'll be like choking myself, like or falling to the ground and like being super dramatic. Like this is terrible. Help me. As I'm like, yeah, of course I'll look at another day for you.
After I fully put your appointment in and you decided on this time and this date, and I had to enter all your information. But yeah, sure.
You're like,
Perfect.
wait, you don't want that groomer? You want a different groomer? You're like,
Now that I've already booked the entire appointment, perfect. Let me look through her schedule and see what she has next.
Oh, she's booked out for a month and a half.
Perfect. Let me just look through a month worth of stuff and see if she can squeeze you in
you
anywhere.
ever like have a customer just go like, oh, well, what about this day? And you're just like, no. You just like don't even check. You're just like, oh no, this is the only day that'll work.
Oh, I've done that. Yeah.
And just to lock them in and get the phone call over, you're like, oh my God, I just want this to end.
But I usually know. I
I've
have done that,
definitely-
but I know
I've
that there's
definitely-
nothing.
I pretty much have the schedule memorized about 2 weeks out. My schedule.
Juan, I feel like your neck is going to have so many muscles.
No, I'm gonna be so buff.
You're going to get whiplash for how fast you go between us.
But I think my peppy voice comes from PetSmart.
Same.
They were
Yeah.
very big on because they would have people calling,
Secret shoppers.
shoppers calling, and I always had
What a
good
job
reviews
that
for
would
those.
be.
Well, it's definitely, I definitely think it's a learning curve, right? Because like newer employees we've had.
Food through.
Oh, yeah. Newer employees that we've had to say, like, you got to say, like, your name, the salon's name, your name, and how can I help you? Because sometimes they'd be like, a cut above, and then just, like, wait. And we're like, no. Thanks for calling A Cut Above Grooming Salon. This is Katie speaking. How can I help you?
Yep.
When I answered the phone,
Juan's like, I don't do that.
I don't do that. At PetSmart, I used to.
What do you say? Just hello?
No. So
Hello?
Stranger?
So I worked by my.
I still say hello like that girl that was getting water poured on her face.
Hello.
Nathan doesn't answer the phone much.
So I don't answer the phone
I
either.
answer it sometimes. I try, but you do more.
He
It
just
doesn't work
doesn't
well.
hear it, though. That's the thing is I literally don't think his brain, like, picks up that the phone is even ringing.
And see, it gives me anxiety. If it goes 2 rings, PetSmart days. If it goes 2 rings and nobody answers it, I'm like,
I answer. I say, Juan's Groom Room. This is Juan.
Oh, that's okay, though.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's your
I
salon.
don't say like
it's just,
thank you for calling.
It's just the two
Or
of
like it
you.
would be like PetSmart Grooming. This is Juan.
do you remember at PetSmart in the holidays, we had to say, Happy Holidays. This is PetSmart Grooming. This is Kat. How can I help you? It was like 20. But some people don't understand what I say because I say it so fast.
I remember
Cut
the
above
day
grooming.
they
This
were
is Kat. How
like,
can I help you?
oh, we're not saying Merry Christmas anymore. Remember
No,
that?
it's Happy
Oh, yeah,
Holidays.
happy holidays.
We're switching from and I was like, okay, whatever. I was like not offended by it, but I just remember like I was there.
Well, you have to remember. You have to remember it.
No more Christmas, only Happy Holidays. And I was like, all right.
Whatever.
So everything was snowflakes instead of
Yeah.
like Santa hats and stuff.
And they were like, well, what would you say? Would you say Happy Hanukkah? Yeah, of course I would say Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Right on.
Or if somebody said
Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah to me, I'd
Sometimes-
be like, thanks.
I said it to a little girl. Sorry.
I wish I knew more about it, honestly.
Go ahead. Sometimes I wish I could ask people like what they celebrate.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I could like if they celebrate Christmas, then I can give them Christmas themed things.
Right.
If they
Oh,
are
yeah.
Jewish and they're, they can give them like a blue bandana with like
Well, why
just,
can't you?
Is that weird? Like, are you
No,
Jewish?
I wouldn't be offended.
I get what you're saying because it feels offensive.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to accidentally offend somebody
We
by
can put that in
asking.
our new thing in our
Oh yeah, our new
consultation.
client
What is your
intake
holiday
form.
preference? Please
Yeah.
go through the months.
Do you
Yeah,
celebrate
mark
these
what you
holidays?
celebrate and what you don't celebrate.
Favorite color?
They're like, no Pride Month, and you're like, fuck you, get out.
One time, a little girl was at PetSmart, and I said "Merry Christmas" to her, and she's all "Happy Hanukkah," and I was like "Happy Hanukkah," she
Yeah, so
wasn't
sweet.
offended or anything, and
Yeah, because who cares?
I wasn't offended.
I mean,
But Isolde has walked around the house saying Happy Hanukkah.
oh yeah.
And singing the dreidels.
Oh, shalom.
Shalom.
There we go.
Well, at our school, they like they don't. I don't know if they celebrate, but they like.
Yeah, they
talk
do.
about it,
Embrace
they
every
do like
holiday.
a little celebration, and they do like they make
Yeah.
like
Very cute.
what are they? They make
Dreidels.
dreidels one year, and they do Christmas
Dreidel,
stuff too.
dreidel.
I'm not like they can't do Hanukkah stuff or they can't do that. Like I'm like yeah, just.
Well, I think it's really
I would
cool.
love to celebrate everything
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think it's really cool.
More chances to eat.
More
Yeah.
chances to party.
and presents.
Yeah. And lighting candles.
I actually would like to do Hanukkah because the
And
7.
8 presents.
Yeah, I thought it was 7.
Oh.
I
don't
think,
know.
I think it's 7, yeah.
I think it's
Is
7
it?
because I like to stretch out my holidays because I don't like that Christmas is basically those 2 days. I mean, you're around it and experience
No,
it.
No.
But
Cat's
like,
Christmas is a couple months though.
I love Christmas. But no, I'm saying like the celebrations. Like you can have a little celebration each night for 7 days.
Yeah, but we
Hey, I
do.
still have
We
my Christmas
celebrate.
lights up right now.
Well,
We
I'm still
celebrate.
celebrating. My neighbors are so happy.
do you turn them on?
No,
No, they just half hang on there.
we celebrate Christmas all month though. We
Yeah.
do because we go see Christmas lights or Christmas in the zoo or we take the kids to see Santa multiple times.
Yeah.
Like we celebrate a lot.
I extend it, but I'm just saying like a little party. I don't know.
Party in your
Party.
pants.
What?
Did we order the food?
Yes. Okay.
One last thing.
Yeah.
I hate it when clients they give us 5-star reviews, but then they post the ugliest picture of the dog, and it's like blurry or
and
like
you have to pay to select the picture that you want to be.
it
Yeah,
bothers
we have
me
one of
so much.
those.
It's like you should have asked me. I have such cute pictures of this haircut, but instead,
Yeah,
they
they're
post
all
that
I
like
think
they're all
Yelp does that on
bedheaded.
purpose.
so
because-
you can pay.
So you have they have an algorithm probably that like selects the ugliest photo.
I mean, I never thought of that, but probably.
And they're like, you want it $5 a month.
Yeah.
Oh, it's more than that.
Yeah, I'm paying it right now. I keep forgetting to cancel my Yelp subscription. We haven't had somebody come in and say, I got you from. Oh, actually, that person did.
What?
Katie's reading reviews right now.
Yeah. I got stuck on reviews.
All right, well, are we good to go?
I
Are we
never checked.
signing out?
I
Are we
literally
signing out
never
now?
Yeah,
checked.
now we're gonna read our own reviews. So
Yeah.
I
We're gonna
never
get
check
updated
my
on our own.
reviews, so it's funny.
Well, thank you for joining us on another grooming podcast. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Wait. Before you guys get up, I have something.
You have
Food?
something. Food.
Yay!
Oh my god.
Swag.
Ronnie's the best. He always makes the coolest stuff. He always treats us so well. Oh my god. Thank you. Look at how cute they are. Okay, let's.
I guess I didn't get one.
All right, what did
Yours
you
is
need?
at home.
You're married. You're married, so
It's like Christmas.
I know. Oh my god. Ah! All our stickers.
I'm gonna wear this in competition.
Yeah.
It'll
I'm not
be good
competing,
against my
but
black bush, my
To
during
prep. You can wear it
prep,
to
My
prep.
white
yeah, for
bush
my
on.
prep. It's so pretty. Are you gonna put it on, Nathan?
and a lolly.
I think I look nice in.
Ooh, and
here, babe.
stickers.
Ooh.
The holographic one.
Oh my god!
He's
That's
breaking
Ronnie's fault.
everything.
I got a blow pop.
That makes
Ew,
sense.
TMI. TMI.
I'll give you a blow pop later.
Ooh, I like the holographic ones.
I know. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it
That's
looks nice. If you want to see all our swag. So cool.
Are
Thanks,
these
Ronnie.